All right, so this is the GitHub integration setup tutorial for our feedback and bug reporting system for Unity. As you can see here, I already have a GitHub repository where we want to send our bug reports to. You see we don't have any issues yet in the repository, but hopefully at the end of this tutorial we'll have the test bug report in there. Let's see how we can set everything up. So in Unity, I hope you already have the bug tracking manager component set up. If not, take a look at our quick setup tutorial, and here you'll see the GitHub section right here. When you open it, you see we need a repo owner, a repo name, and the API token. Owner and name should be pretty easy to fill out for you. You see it at the top left corner when you have your repository open, mostly your username and then the name of the repository. Which in this case is called bug report _ test. So let's just write them in here. My username and bug report _ test. And then we need an API token, which is what tells GitHub that we are allowed to post these issues to your GitHub account. You can look at our documentation on our website on how to get these API tokens. Note that GitHub is currently rolling out some changes on how these API tokens work. It used to be that you can create a token and it can do whatever it wants with your account. Now they are rolling out more fine-grained tokens that can only access parts of your account, which is recommended for security reasons. So let's take a look at these fine-grained tokens. You can just click on this link in our documentation, but you can also go there via the menu in your GitHub account. And when we generate a new token, it's pretty straightforward to do. Let's just give it a name like bug report. It needs an expiration date, which can at max be 1 year in the future, at least at the time of recording here. Let's just give it a 90-day expiration time. You will need to update it after 90 days. If you don't want that, take a look at the classic tokens in GitHub, but know that there's a recommendation to use the fine-grained tokens for security reasons. And then in the repository access section, you can select which repositories this API token should have access to. I'm only going to select the bug report test repository here. And then in the repository permissions, I am only going to give it the issues read and write permissions. Notice that the metadata is also going to be automatically set to read only. And then we can generate our token, which we'll see here. It expires soon. Then we'll paste this API token to Unity, and then we should be good to go. So I'll hit the create test report button, and we see we get a notification saying success sending GitHub report. And I go and look at our issues here. I see that we have the test report there with the test user comment. You'll see that there's no screenshot here. For most of the other endpoints, we also send screenshots. The GitHub API currently does not allow attachments when you add stuff via the API. So we can't do it even though we want to. So that's a limitation, but if that changes, we'll add this feature to our system ASAP. This is a limitation from the GitHub side, so there's nothing we can do about it. But yeah, everything is set up, everything seems to be working, which is cool. So this is how to set up the GitHub integration in our feedback and bug reporting system.